Hola hoes, bros, and amigos. This is your favorite baby girl, Jazz, and today we are going to watch me paint. I'm going to tell a story to you, and if you don't know me, you know me now. You women girls now, and we just gonna watch me paint, and I'm gonna tell y'all the story of the first time I got played and how I almost got fired from my first job. So this was 2-3 years ago. So 2-3 years ago, I just turned 18. I moved out my old house into my new house, and I just had the mindset of we gonna make some money. We're going to make some money. We're no longer going to rely on mom and dad for money, stuff, items, you name it. Like, at this time period in my life, I just finished high school, moved into college, and I was like, your girl needs some coins. We're going to have to glow up. No longer like we're going to be a troll who didn't care about their appearance, because back in high school, your girl did not give a fuck about her appearance. She was giving very troll, not the cute trolls from, today's times, but, like the troll dolls from the 80s. That's what your girl used to look like. So I was just persistent. I wanted to glow up, make my own money, and be a boss. So I was constantly looking for a job, but like all the per se good jobs I really wanted, they were far away. And I didn't have my car, and my parents were like, we're not getting you a car. You have to work towards getting your car. So I had to pick a job that was near my house, that was walking distance, or like near enough for my parents to drop me off. So for these jobs, I was looking for I knew for a fact I didn't want to get into food service. No offense to y'all. At the time, when I was 18, I was just like, I could not work in fast food service. Like, it was not for me. And I also couldn't work at a grocery store because I knew I'll get annoyed at easily. So I'm like, you know what? Let me take my happy to retail. And that's what I did. So the first job I applied for was Forever 21. At 18, I thought Forever 21 was like the peak of fashion. If you have Forever 21, you got clothes from there, baby. You looking fly, you looking good, you looking delicious, delectable, all that. And I loved the music that was up in there. The people was cute as hell up in there. The clothes were cute. So I'm like, you know what? Why not let me be part of that? Let me apply. So I applied. They looked at my resume and they was like, you know what, Jazz? You a good fit. Come in for an interview. So I was hype as I'm happy. But long story short, your girl did not get the job. That interview was just a hot mess. I'll talk about that in another video, but for this one, we're not going to talk about that interview. So the next job I applied for and wanted to work for was at the dollar store. So for the dollar store, I was like, you know what? This is like literally walking distance from my house. This is like a 10 to 15 minute walk from my house. Why not apply there? The store is relatively small. Everything's $1. If they got like employee discount, does that make my stuff 50 cents? I don't know. I'm just like, hell, I need a job. It's right here. I'ma apply. So they had a job fair, and everybody and they damn mama was at this job fair. So long story short, your girl did not get the job. But basically almost a month passed and I'm freaking out. I'm like, damn, a month passed. I'm applying to all these jobs. I'm not getting callbacks. I'm going to these interviews. They're not working out. What's wrong with me? Am I not going to get a job? Am I going to be homeless? Like, what's going on? So my brother recommended me his old job. And that's kind of him, whatever. But I'm like, I'm not about to work at that rag shop he was working for. I'm like, I'll be damned if I'm working at that job, because I seen what he went through at his job, and I'm like, I'm not going to work at that same environment. Like, I'm good. So out of desperation, I did apply for that. But I also applied for another retail job. I would tell y'all the name of the store that I worked at, but I ain't going to, you know, for privacy reasons, you know. I don't want people who know me to find this video and, you know, connect the dots on who I'm talking about in this. So, I don't know what the hell. We just going to call it my job, okay? I don't have a name for it. So, I applied to my first job. I got in an interview with this lady. She was mad cool, but she turned out to be one of my managers. So, at this first job, I had like 4 managers. So, they were like, how can I describe it? They were like the managers at the store, but they weren't like the actual store owner, the highest, like, they were just general managers, okay? So, I have 4. And it was basically half and half of the managers. Like, I only had 2 I liked, 2 I disliked. So anyways, back to the point. I got hired by like one of my favorite managers. And I was like, oh, I'm so happy. I'm like, hey, I got my first job. A bit about to start making money. We gonna glow up. We gonna buy some clothes, some makeup, hair product. Or we gonna glow up. Like, you can't tell me thing. I'm making money. You can't tell me nothing. Like, I'm a working girl now. So yeah, I first started working at the job, and I want to say like the first month was just confusing as hell. Like, everything was so fast paced for me. Like, it seemed like every day out of my working week, they would have me in a different area. So like, one day out of the week, they would have me do cash registering, which I absolutely sucked at. Regular cash registering or returns, or sometimes both. Or they would have me on the floor, and when you're on the floor, you know, you're picking up clothes, you're helping out customers who ask for whatever, and you're just checking to see if everything's all right, like if stuff is missing, if something is open, you know, you let security know. Very that. And fitting room. So during that month, my managers, they thought that my best area was fitting room. So throughout my time at my first job, I worked at fitting room, and I absolutely loved it. I mean, aside from like the workloads I would have on my busy time of like putting the clothes back and dealing with all the clothes that the customer returned and putting them back in the store, and you know, it was a relatively easy job, and it was minimal contact with people. Like, knowing me, like, even though like on here or just my online presence in general, I'm very outgoing, I'm very, you know, crazy, whatever, but like in person, I'm a very shy girl. Like, even to this day, I am uncomfortable talking to people. Like, if you try to start up a conversation with me, I'm just gonna be very shy. I don't know how to act. I don't know how to socialize, okay? So I was happy that I didn't have much contact with people, so I wouldn't get annoyed, I wouldn't get scared. And it was just really just me by myself, working on the clothes, you know, checking the fitting room, see if anything was missing, if somebody was trying to steal whatever, and just dealing with the customers who was just trying to try on clothes, and, you know, cleaning the aisles that were buying me. That was pretty much what it was, and, you know, it was a relatively easy job. But during the first few months, so this is like October, November-ish, I was confused as hell. I was trying to figure it out. I want to say this is like November, so like a month after my first month, I was like, so when I wasn't busy with work, when it was like slow periods and there was really nothing to do, I would just like look around the store and like look around, because when you're in the back of the fitting rooms, you can see everything that goes on pretty much. So I'll just be looking around, seeing what's going on, and sometimes I'll look up the front and my eyes gaze me at the security guard. So for our first security guard, we're gonna call him Ronnie. Ronnie isn't going to be the guy who played me, but he was the first guy I fell for at this job. I'm like, oh, Ronnie, you look good, whatever. So I begin to have a crush on Ronnie. Every time I have a crush on somebody, I just act different. I act weird. I don't know how to function. Like, I'll be mad, blushing. I don't know how to talk. I freeze up. Like, I'm just a mess. I'm a wreck, okay? So I was acting weird around Ronnie, and Ronnie basically got the idea that, yeah, I like him. But it turns out, I found out Ronnie had a girlfriend, so I'm like, let me fall back, because you got a girl. So that was that. Ronnie moved to a different store, I guess, for whatever reason. I don't care. So that was that. That was cool. So after Ronnie left, I had another, we were transitioning between 2 different other security dudes. So there was one, he was cool. We gonna call him Kyle. It's really, the story doesn't really have much on Kyle, but he does appear. He'll be like, hey Jazz. I kind of feel bad for Kyle because, to be honest, I didn't really like Kyle. Like, Kyle was a sweet guy. He's a sweetie. But like, Kyle just got on my nerves. You know those types of people that will always try to talk to you? Even like when you're clearly, you don't want to talk to someone, but they can't stop talking to you. It's like they don't know how to shut up. That was Kyle. And Kyle was just trying to talk to me about anything. And I wouldn't be rude, like, don't talk to me. But like, I would like give off, I don't want to talk to someone. Like, I have my headphones in, 1 minute break. Or if I'll act like I'm busy. He couldn't get those cues. So anyway, so was Kyle, and then we had Shy. So Shy was the other security guard at my first job, okay? Shy was the dude that I fell for again. So with Shy, that's basically like his personality. He's shy. He's a very shy, well, at first he's shy, but like if he knows you, he's very warm. He's very like goofy. Kind of like me in all honesty. But yeah, that was him. I noticed Shy, and I'm like, damn, Shy, you fine. I was too scared at the beginning because I'm like, I don't know like how to talk to you. If I got a crush on somebody, I don't know how to talk to them. I don't know how to interact with them. I'm just a mess. So yeah, I want to talk to Shy, even though he would greet me. I didn't greet him back. He'll be like, hi Jazz. I'll be like, I wouldn't say anything because I'm like, I'm either in a bad mood from like stuff that happened like as I'm getting ready for work before I went to work, or I'm just shy. And it's just like, it kind of made me look like a, but I'm not a, like, I'm pretty sweet, I'm pretty nice for the most part. Shy, so I'm falling for Shy. And one thing about me, what I used to do, I don't do this anymore, but like back then, anytime I like somebody and I'm near them, I would stare at them. Like, I don't give a damn. Like, if you look fine to me, I'm staring at your cute. So I'm like, I'm staring at him. Any chance I wasn't busy with my job, I would stare at him. It's just like, oh my gosh, he looks so good. So time passes. My crush for him gets like so bad. It's to the point like anytime he's near me, I feel like I can't breathe. Like my heart is beating heavily. I'm like, oh my god. I feel like I'm about to faint. Like if you talk to me, if you walk by me, it was just very that. Like your girl was head over heels for him. So time passes. This is like December. At this point, I'm like, I'm tired of staring at Shy. I need to gather some information about him so I can shoot my shot. Like, I'm tired of staring at him. I want to know if he likes me. If he doesn't like me, I can move on with my life. And that's that. Here's the thing. At my job, well, at least at my shift, for the majority of my shifts, I would work with people I didn't like. Not like on some hater type, like I don't like you, but like our personalities, we just don't mix. I don't see us being cool, like we're not friends. Like, I'm just working with you, and that's that. Like, I don't see nothing more. So it was very that for the most part with the people on my shifts, for the most part at my job. Like, my work friends at that job, they would never be on my shifts. It would be like once or twice a month I see them, and it was so sad. So I tried asking everybody and their mama, because I'm like, yo, I'm trying to ask without like having people raise ideas. So I'm asking my homegirl at my job, like, yo, does Shy have a girl? Is Shy single? And she like, nah, I don't know if Shy is single. Sorry to cut everything off, but actually what I meant to say was, she was like, yeah, I think Shy is single. So I'm like, well, damn, Shy is single, huh? Shoot, let me shoot my shot then. So as I'm getting ready to shoot my shot, get close to him, it's like I can never get close to Shy. It's like every time I see Shy, or every time like there's an opportunity to talk to him, somebody else would get in the mix, somebody else would get in the picture to talk to him, and it really got on my nerves. So at this point, I'm constantly trying to talk to Shy. I'm constantly trying to, you know, be like, what's good, make a move. And as I'm noticing lately, Shy has been getting a little bit comfortable with one of my managers. So we want to call this manager 5-0. At first, I did not like 5-0. Like, when I first met 5-0, we didn't get off on the right track. I'm noticing that, you know, he's close with 5-0. Like, not friendship close, but it seems like you close, like you dating. So I'm like, Shy is dating 5-0? Okay, well, you know what? I'ma just fall back. Because I don't mess with people who are taken. That's not my thing. If that's yours, you do you, but that's not me, babes. So yeah, I find out that, you know, well, I didn't find out, but it just seemed like I just assumed that they were dating, so I fell back. So at this point, I'm working, I'm doing my job, and all of a sudden, I'm like, for some reason, I was getting attention for like this month. So this is like, I want to say like February, January, maybe March, somewhere in between, like beginning of the year. I was getting attention, whether it be like my other coworkers or just random dudes. I would have like guys trying to hit on me. And I'm like, mind you, at this time, your girl was still busted. Like, even though I had money, I didn't really have the time to like take care of my appearance because I was working back to back to back to back. Like, I was tired. All I wanted to do was clock in my hours, do my job, go home and go to sleep, and that's that. I didn't have time for anything else. Like, what was on my mind at the time was getting into the bag. And I noticed, like, I don't know if this is anybody else in their life, but like for me, anytime when I'm like getting the bag mindset with whatever I'm doing, I always get attention from people. Like, people want to date me. And it's like when I get in the mindset of like when I want to date, nobody wants to date me. Like, that's so weird. But anyways, back to the point. I was in my bag mindset. So people were like, you know, they was trying to hit on me. Oh my gosh, I had this one guy at this restaurant right by my old first job try to hit on me. Like, he was cute. Like, he was fine. Like, I was shocked because, mind you, your girl looks dusty. Your girl looks busted. I wasn't ugly, but I was busted. I didn't give a about my appearance because I cared about my job. But apparently these out here, they think I was cute, I guess, for some reason. So yeah, he was cute with all these, like, and mind you, these guys were not ugly. They were not. I was attracted to them, but in my heart and my mind, I still wanted Shy. Like, I want to be with Shy. So it was very that. So yeah, I find out that apparently 5-0, she's not single. She has a man. She's married. She got stepkids. Once I find that information out, it motivates me to talk to Shy. I'm like, Shy, I see you. And mind you, like, before this, like, before I found out this information about 5-0, I was curving Shy. Like, Shy, you know, he used to stare at me too. When I was, like, in my bag, when I was focused, when I was working, I would look occasionally, see what's going on up front, and I noticed Shy would be dead set staring at me. Every time I walk in a room and I see Shy, our eyes would just, like, lock every time we see each other. So it was very that. And yeah, like, he would come up to talk to me, like, when he get from his break. For some reason, like, when I was in my bag, like, when I had the in my bag mindset, he would, like, try to talk to me. Like, when I wasn't thinking about Shy, he would, like, try to talk to me, try to get close to me, da-da-da-da. So I'm like, what the f is going on? But anywho, child, I was curving Shy, even though, you know, he was just trying his best to, like, talk to me. Mind you, I'm like 5 months into my job, 4 or 5 months into my job. I made some friendships here and there, but I wasn't really close with anybody that I worked with. So, like, out of everybody, it seemed like Shy was, you know, I guess trying to get close with me. So anyways, I'm just like, Shy, what's the deal? So time is moving. I want to say we're now into March, and I'm trying to talk to Shy, but again, Shy, everybody's with Shy. I can't get with him alone. So I'm just like, at this point, I'm kind of giving up on Shy. I'm just like, at this point, if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. I'm not gonna trip over it. So as I'm working one day they had me on register. Mind you, child, at this point in my life, with this first job, I could not do register to save my life. I could not. I didn't know what to do. Every time I got on register, it felt like I was brand new. Like 5 months in, and I still didn't know how to do register. And like I said, I was working on register. My other coworker, she was like, hey Jazz, can you bring this back to the fitting room? So I'm like, sure. As I'm like prepping all the items, whatever, to go back to the fitting room. I forgot to mention, but so yeah, Shy was working on this day, and as soon as I was prepping to go to the fitting room, he came and talked to my coworker that was working with me at the register. I don't even remember what he said, but he was just talking about somebody. So he was like, I didn't remember what Shy said, but I do remember what the other coworker said. So the other coworker was like, well, Shy, if you really like this person, you need to let them know that you like them. Like, if you don't, it's gonna pass away. And that's some real advice. Like, so anywho, the minute I heard that, I'm like, dang, Shy, who do you like? I know it's not 5-0 she's taken. So I'm like, who is this? So later on, I heard that he's all like, well, you know what? I'm gonna go meet them at their break. Yeah. We're gonna have the same break and I'm gonna tell them how they feel. So the coworker was like, okay, whatever. So I hear that as I'm walking to the fitting room and I'm trying to figure out, like, okay, Shy, who are you gonna be with? So as I'm working, I'm checking like around the store to see, okay, who's missing. My work homegirl, my work friend, we had the same shift. She was going on break. And I knew this because she came and talked to me. She was like, hey Jazz, can you cover me in the fitting room while I'm on break? And I'm like, sure. So as I'm working in the fitting room, I noticed that Shy wasn't there. And I'm like, oh, Shy likes my homegirl. Okay, Shy, okay. A part of me was kind of heartbroken because I still had feelings for Shy, even though I was trying my hardest to block them because I didn't want to get heartbroken. Yeah, so they weren't there. And I'm like, okay, Shy, shoot your shot. So yeah, and after her break, then came my break. So I'm just coming into my break, and while I'm in my break, Shy was in the room. Like the minute again I come into the break room, me and Shy lock eyes again. And I'm like in my head, why the f is Shy still here? So it all came to me. Shy likes me. So I also forgot to mention, but I also clarified it with my homegirl at my job once, you know, we all got out of work and we were heading to our cars or whatever. So I asked her, you know, did Shy say anything to you? And she was like, no. So yeah, that kind of helped propel the thought that, yeah, I think that Shy likes me. And I'm like, okay, so I'm kind of like, I'm mad at myself because this was the only time me and Shy were alone. Like, I could talk to him about anything. So my dumb ass want to ask him some shit instead of being like dead ass upfront with him. Do you like me? You would think like the smartest thing to do would be ask them, do you like them? Right. My dumb ass asked, Shy, do you think I'm weird? Like, what the f? I asked, do you think I'm weird? And it was so weird. It was so awkward. Like, ugh, I'm kicking myself to this day for doing that. I'm like, why would you do that? Just ask him. Like, just be upfront. Like, Shy, do you like me? His reply was, he was looking at his phone, whatever. And that's one thing I noticed about Shy. Well, I'm still curious to this day. This man will be on his phone all the time while work. Mind you, security. You're supposed to be looking at the security cameras doing a security job, but no, you on your phone all the time. The manager is always telling you to get off your phone. So I always wonder, like, what the f do this man be looking at? But anywho, he looked up from his phone. He was like, no, why would you think that? Jazz, why would you think that? And my dumbass gonna respond, oh, I was just wondering. And that's it. That's really my last interaction with Shy. Face to face, I f***ed it up. So basically, I f***ed up and I find out that like Shy likes me. And I'm just, after that moment, I was just trying my hardest to talk to him more and more. Like, I don't know, maybe I gave off desperate vibes. I probably did. I was young. I was dumb. I didn't really know better. So I probably did. But there was a period, I want to say a good few weeks, that me and Shy we didn't work on the same shift anymore. And I was sad. So one night, this is gonna break my heart, y'all. At this point, I was just done with Shy. Done. Like, even though I knew he liked me, he was on some this. So one night, I want to say again, we're still in March, maybe April. We was just like, for some reason, we working on inventory, like old inventory. We're getting rid of old inventory, moving in new ones, and for the night. And for some reason, everybody was just in there late. Like, it was like 11, getting close to 12. The janitors were in. This was my first time ever. I was like 4 or 5 months I was in this damn job. I see this store getting deep clean. Mind you, during my whole time at the job, 95% of the time at this job, I would work closing shift. You would think like, okay, every week, you know, maybe like once or twice a week they get deep clean. You know, that's common sense. It takes basically a few months into the new year, a few months after the new year, for this store to get deep clean, for the janitors to really come in, you know, with their cleaning tools and that, really getting to work. So they're getting to work. We're like putting away old clothes in the back, whatever. I'm finishing up my area. So as I'm putting away all my clothes, like the last of my clothes from the fitting room, I see 5-0 and Shy hugged up on each other. And this wasn't a regular degular type hug, okay? They was all up on each other. Like, it looked like they was about to like make out. It looked crazy, okay? It looked like I was more than friends with that hug, okay? It was more than a friendly hug. That's all I can say, okay? So as I saw this before this, mind you, I still have feelings for Shy. I was just desperately trying to get Shy's attention, trying to talk to. But the moment I see this, I'm heartbroken. Like, the whole scene felt like it came straight out of a movie. I was heartbroken. Like, the minute I saw that, they didn't see me. I saw them. So I came in, you know, I'm walking towards the back to put the clothes away. I see them and I stared for like, I'm gonna say a second or two when I saw that. And yeah, it literally felt like a scene in a movie. Like, it was slow motion. Like, the minute I saw that, my heart broke. I was like, okay, Shy doesn't like me. And after that point, so this was like the first time where I was like over Shy, like for real over Shy. So after I saw that, I acted normal. Like, that's the thing about me, like in person, like your girl has a poker face, okay? I could be sad, I could be angry, all that, feeling all that on the inside, but on the outside, I look completely fine. Like, I'm look like my regular Douglas self. So yeah, although I looked fine, I was just sad. Like, I was bawling my eyes out on the inside. I was ready to go home. So I quickly did all my work and I was helping my co-workers out with their work so I can hurry up and get the hell home. So all my co-workers, they're done with their work. I see, you know, my manager, she comes and then we all head home. So as I'm walking from the store, I get into my mama's car and I just burst into tears. Ugly crying and right? My mama's looking at me like, what the f is going on with you? What the f is wrong with you? I'm like, Mama, guess what I saw? I saw Shy and 5 all up on each other. Because my mom knew that I liked about Shy. Like, I would constantly talk about Shy. I'll be like, Mom, Shy was there again. I was so happy because I get to see Shy. You know, like a little kid, okay? Like, my mama knew how I felt about Shy. So yeah, so that happened. I went home and for some reason this happened. So somehow through the weekend, I just got myself together mentally. Like, mentally, I was like, Shy, we gonna become a boss and get this money. It ain't about Shy, it ain't about nobody. Like, we getting this money. I came back, you know, it's a brand new work week and I'm just doing my job. Like, at this point, my job, I was working hard. Like, I was just striving to work hard, you know, do more than what I usually do, because I did the bare minimum at my first job. Like, y'all are paying me minimum wage, okay? It's the late shift, I'm tired, okay? I'm just gonna do my job and that's that. I'm not gonna do nothing extra. I'm gonna just do the bare minimum, okay? I was doing more than minimum because during this time period, so I want to say this is like March turning to April, I was trying to be employee of the month. In our break room, we had this picture of employee of the month and you would get like a $300-$400 gift card, and I didn't really care about the gift card because my checks, they're alright. That's all I wanted. I just wanted my picture to be up there. I want them to see my face up there, okay? I wanted to be employee of the month, so I was working my off, okay, being nice to everybody, doing my job, doing my ordeals. So I was doing my job and I didn't give a f about Shy. Like, I didn't give a f if he liked me or not. I didn't. I was doing my job, being a boss. So during this time period, we got some new co-workers in, okay? And we got this guy. We gonna call him Adidas, okay? That's just like what popped in my head, like when I first met him. Adidas, okay? So Adidas, he wasn't necessarily new. Like, he was in there for about a month, but it was the first time he worked like my shift. And Adidas, he was cute. Like, he was really cute. But, like, his personality and mine, it didn't mix. But, like, right off the bat, when he first met me, he was like, hi, what's your name? Oh, it's Jazz. Jazz, you're beautiful. And I'm like, oh, thank you. Because, mind you, back then my confidence wasn't so great, you know. I wasn't how I felt about myself and how I looked like. I just wasn't confident, okay? So that really made me happy. Like, I'm like, oh, where you think I'm cute? You do? Okay. Let me talk to you. Let me be friends with you. I'm like, because he said I'm beautiful, I'm like, okay. You know, as I'm working, finishing up my job, I'm talking to him. Like, if I'm by him, I'll talk to him. So I'm like, yeah. Where you from? What you doing? What made you come to this shop? Just getting to know him, because like, you're so sweet. Like, you call me cute, even though I look like a troll, you still think I'm cute. So okay. So as I'm talking to him, mind you, Shy worked this shit. He looked jealous as hell. Like, he was just like, okay. Mind you, Shy, how the f you? Let me calm down. Like, I'm getting myself hyped. Like, I'm reliving it. Okay, so Shy, mind you, I've been working there for like, I want to say 5-6 months. I don't know, okay? I'm probably wrong. It was a long time ago, okay? Out of those 5-ish, 6-ish, maybe 4-ish months, you haven't really talked to me about anything outside of work. Like, you haven't complimented me, you haven't done none of that. So why are you like looking mad? And mind you, like, nobody's inside the store. So like, when nobody's inside the store, even though it's kind of big, you can hear what the people are talking about, okay? Like, if you're not too far off, like if you're a few aisles down, like 3 or 4 aisles down, maybe 5, you can still hear what they're talking about. So yeah, I'm seeing Shy, and like, Shy, you know, he looked jealous. Like, he looked mad. I'm like, good, go ahead, look mad. You had your chance, boy. Like, you could have spit some game. You could have been like, damn, Jazz, you look cute. All you had to say was, Jazz, you look cute, and I've been all up on you, okay? That's all it took for 18-year-old Jazz. You know, if you wanted to date me, just say I'm pretty and I'll date you, okay? So yeah, he was looking mad, and I heard my name again. So it's like, yeah, well, Jazz, you know what? I want to talk to and you know, the coworkers still like giving him advice. So at this point, I'm like, Shy, do what you going to do. So Shy is trying to get close to me. I'm getting close with Shy again. Me being stupid. Even though, like, I was trying my hardest to block my feelings, be a bad in my job, I still had feelings for Shy. So after this, I didn't see Shy, you know, for a period for about a few weeks. I was sad. But it's like, okay, this fueled my energy to be a bad more, striving for the employee of the month. I never got employee of the month. Like, I'm mad. No matter how hard I tried, I just didn't get employee of the month. I'm sad still to this day, because okay, I was trying to be like SpongeBob, okay? That SpongeBob episode where Squidward and SpongeBob were trying to get employee of the month, but SpongeBob, he wanted that picture up there because Squidward kept on getting it. Yeah, that was me, okay? So we're now into April, so my last month. For some reason, this month, it felt like everybody at my job was just trying to start with me. And I'm the type of person, like, I don't start nothing with nobody, okay? Off the rip, I'm nice to you, I'm polite to you, okay? I might be quiet, maybe I'm sorry if you take offense to that, but I'm just a shy person. But I'm not rude, okay? But like I said, I'm a Libra. Us Libras, we mirror people. So if you're nice to me, we'll be nice to you, you know? If you're rude to me, I'll be rude right back. So for some reason, people would just be rude to me off rip, like customers especially. Like, I want to say the last 2 weeks, I just kept on having nasty, rude customers back to back, and it was like really getting on my nerves. But like, Shy was there, like Shy came back, and I'm like, you know what, I don't care about anything because Shy is here. Like, why, you know, none of this matters, okay? As long as I can see Shy is fine, my day is just good automatically, okay? So we're gonna get into the last few days. So like I said, we're in the final week of April, and it's getting close to the weekend, so we'll just talk about my last day. So on my last day, I don't know why, but this was just a day. Like, I was already having a month, to be honest, at my job, but this day was just, it topped the cake, okay? So on this day, they had me on the floor, and it's a Friday. Fridays are busy, but for some reason, everybody and their mom were inside the store. Like, they was just inside the store. I don't know why, but for some people, like, this is so trifling, but people would be trying on and not be going to the fitting room. Like, they would try on in the middle of the aisle. Okay, like, okay, you're trying on stuff in the aisle. Like, if it's like a jacket, something you can easily take off, something that's not heavy, something that's just like, so like a jacket or something. Okay, we all done that before. Well, I know I've done that before, but no, these, they would be taking off like pants, shirts, like they would be wearing whole outfits in the aisle, okay, wearing them, taking them off. And here's what draws the line, okay? If you want to wear a fun outfit in the aisle, if you don't feel like going to the fitting room, do you, but at least have the decency to hang that stuff back. Don't put that on the floor. You know how nasty the floor is? And mind you, this is pre-Rona. This is before start caring about germs, okay? Think about the bacteria, all that, like, that's on the from people's feet, people's shoes, okay? Like, why would you do that? Just why? So yeah, I was in the men's section. I was just constantly picking up pants, shirts, pants, shoes, you name it. And I had my little rack with them. I had to bring a rack with me because it was so much. Like, I literally had basically a hill full of pants in my car that I had to go through, sort through, and rehang them. Like, it was so bad. I didn't have enough time to go through the clothes like how I'm supposed to. Like, when you're on the floor, you have to go through the clothes, make sure nothing's mixed match, make sure like security tags are on there or whatever. I didn't really have the time to do that. I had only time to clean up my aisle and make sure it looked clean, decent by the end of the night. So I was just doing that for the most part of my shift. I'm gonna say, like, it was so bad to the point where I literally begged my manager. And mind you, the manager I was working with was the manager, it wasn't 5-0, but it was the other manager I didn't like she was there. So I'm like, I'm begging my manager. I'm just like, please, listen, can y'all move my lunch? Can I be like the last lunch? Can I be the last break? Because as you can see, my area, my workload is a lot. Like, I need to like work on this. Like, I can't take my break now, because if I take my break now, people are going to come back and ruin the progress I already made. So she's like, no. So I'm like, okay, I took my break, whatever. I did more deals. So after that, for some reason, I think we had like an hour or two. I'm pretty sure an hour left at the store. For some reason, they thought it was a good idea to no longer have me on the floor, but just put me on cash register. And mind you, I can't do cash register to save my life or return. So basically, they had me be on the register where you do both cash registering and returns. I can't do cash registering, but when it comes to returns, I cannot do that at all. Like, every time I was on cash register, I needed help. Like, it was just something I could not grasp, something I could not understand. I could not learn the process of returns, because it was just, anybody who tried to teach me, we weren't connecting. I wasn't getting it. So like, I was just okay. It was just a recipe for disaster for that night. So I dealt with, yeah, basically before the night ended, I had 3 customers. So for returns, everybody, they damn mama. So I had not only regular cash registering, but I had returns. And you know, with returns, people just, y'all be doing too much, okay? Like, I'll explain to y'all somebody who does too much with this person, okay? So whatever, I'm doing my ordeals. I'm trying to be positive. I'm trying to be nice. Even though I'm tired as hell, I have all this work I also have to do. Like, once the store is closed, once our hours are closed, I have to go back to clean up the men's area, and who knows how long that can take. Like, sometimes it can take me an hour, sometimes it can take me 30 minutes. All I know is I'm not going home soon. I already know that. So I had this lady come in, right? She has a cart, and it's like a pile of items, miscellaneous items, shoes, bags, clothes, food, you name it, in her cart. And she wanted to return all this. So I'm like, what the f? Like, this is the first time of me seeing some like this. Like, even before like working at a store, I never seen some like that. I'm dealing with this lady. I'm like, okay, so you want to return it? Okay, ma'am, do you have for my ID? Do you have a receipt? She doesn't have anything. So at this point, I'm like, let me get my manager. So my other manager was there, my favorite manager, and basically, you know, she's talking to the lady. The lady is like, oh man, no, I don't have my receipt. I don't have my forms ID. Wait, I think I do have my ID in my my car. Let me hold on. So basically, the lady left, and she's like, wait, hold on. Can y'all hold on to it? Like, for some reason, this lady just wanted us to hold on to the stuff. Even though we had like an hour left. I don't even think we had an hour left. Maybe like 30 minutes left. But she wanted us to hold on to your items. Because at my store, if you're returning something, if you're buying something, if you ask us to hold on to it, we'll hold on to it for you to return. So she basically never comes back. And I'm holding on to the stuff. We have to hold on to the stuff until we close. So I'm like, bruh, thanks for wasting my time, lady. The next lady comes, and just my luck, it's another return. But this lady was sweet. Like, she was honestly sweet, but she had a whole bunch of jeans, a whole bunch of sweaters, a whole bunch of receipts and and I'm just like, bruh. Like, she didn't have, like, although she was nice, she didn't have it together. Like, I was trying to match, like, the items, the tags, receipts. Like, it's a process when it comes to returns. Like, if you ever worked at a store, if you ever did returns, you know what I'm talking about. So, it was just, it took me a while. That and the combination, the last lady and all the piles, like, as I'm returning, I'm thinking about the other work I got to do, and I'm tired. I'm fatigued. It's starting to get to me. Like, I'm starting to, like, and mind you, I didn't have dinner. I was just on a rush. I had to go. I didn't have dinner. So I was hungry too. So I have all these things in my mind. Low key, I'm out of it. Okay. I'm doing my job. Like, I'm trying to do the job the best I can. But mentally, I am out of it. Like, I honest to God needed another break. But, you know, I didn't have one. So, she was nice. I did return, and that was that. So after that long process, the line finally like starts to get smaller and smaller. So I'm like, okay, we got some time left. I can take care of my clothes. Okay. And I can go home. I'm like, thank God I can go home. So this was her return. It was some lady and her kids, and she had all this stuff in her cart too. So I'm like, okay, thank God she's returning nothing. So let me quickly scan these items so I can just go home. So I'm scanning the items, I'm talking, trying to be friendly. We had some good conversation. Like, the conversation was so good. This is a recipe for disaster, okay? So I was tired. I was low-key out of it, okay? Like, if you looked at my face at the time, I was just out of it, mentally out of it. Like, I just was. Okay, so I'm scanning, and yeah, I thought I was done. I scanned it, whatever, and I see the lady walk out, right? I thought I scanned everything. I guess one of her kids done had a water bottle up in their hand, and I forgot to scan it. So, mind you, Shy was security for this day, and he seen that. So, he done ran off. He ran off to snitch on me. He done told my manager. And once I already knew what the deal was. Like, once I saw Shy leave, once I was done with cash registering, and I was working on cleaning the aisle, I didn't see him. I knew he snitched on me. So I'm like, damn, he done told on me. So I'm like, in my mind, damn, I'm about to get fired. Like, these are gonna think that I done helped somebody steal, when honest to God, it was just a simple mistake. Like, I was tired, I didn't notice it, I forgot to scan it, okay? So yeah, that's basically what happened. After that, for the rest of the night, I saw come back. He would not talk to me. Like, he was just acting funny around me. So this was on a Friday, and all throughout the weekend, I'm like stressing, because I'm like, think they're going to fire me, they thought I was stealing, I might go to jail, like, I'm thinking all this crazy stuff in my head because of that moment, because of my mistake, okay? In my mindset, the best thing I thought I could do was work my off, try to make myself look good, and that's what I did. So come Monday, I was working my ass off, but by that time, all of a sudden, rumors were just on me, like, were talking about me, and like, I could overhear my coworkers talking about me, saying all these nasty, mean things about me. And it wasn't just a water bottle thing. Like, I had a coworker basically like call me a on her breath, and it took the power of the Lord, it took the power of Jesus Christ Almighty not to beat her up in that store for saying under her breath. But like, we want to talk about that in another story, okay? Let me finish this up, because I know I'm talking too long, but your girl likes to talk. So yeah, everybody's saying all these mean, nasty rumors about me, like, oh, she's a thief, she's helping other people steal, you know, it's an inside job she's doing. First of all, I don't get it, but I'm like, if I got a job, if I'm making money, why do I feel the need to steal? And why do I feel the need to help somebody else steal? Like, I could just buy. Mind you, I got an employee discount. I could get a good deal and buy it, you know, for my family, whatever, as a gift. Buy it for myself as a gift. Why would I feel the need to steal? Like, why? Like, it was just a simple mistake. I was tired. I was out of it that night. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm not a robot. I can't be 100% correct all the time, okay? So, yeah. So, that wasn't it. So, basically, by the end of the night, Shy wasn't there. Kyle was there. Basically, once we were closed, Kyle going to call like a store meeting. All my coworkers and that for the shit. They came in, we met up, and basically Kyle was like, "Oh, we caught a coworker stealing. We caught a coworker, you know, trying to attempt to steal." And I'm like, really, bro? Why? If I'm here, why do you feel the need to announce that in front of everybody, bro? Like, there's already rumors about me. Like, why? Why? Like, as he said this, I'm like, just say my name, okay? At the back of my head at this point, I'm like, okay, when am I going to get fired? When's the manager going to call me into her office and just, you know, fire me? Because I'm tired of it at this point. Like, everybody is talking about me, you know. I was trying my hardest to work hard, do my job, but it's just not good enough. And I'm stressed out. Like, I was stressed out on Friday all throughout the weekend. Now it's Monday, I'm still stressed out. Like, I'm tired of being stressed out. It's been 4 days in a row I'm stressed out. So yeah, at this point, I've been low-key humiliated in front of everybody. Like, everybody knew it was me. Well, the majority knew it was me, okay? Word travels fast. Basically told everybody. I'm just like, at this point, are you going to fire me or not? So basically, that made my mind up. I was like, at this point, I'm quitting this job. Because instead of doing like the decent thing, like on Friday night, you know, having the manager pull me to the side, hell, even on this day, you could have done pulled me to the side when I came in or after I was done working and been like, Jazz, we have suspicion that you tried to help somebody steal. Like, y'all could have done that, but no, you want to make an announcement to all my coworkers who knew it was me that apparently I was trying to help somebody steal. Oh my gosh. At this point, I'm like, bro, I'm over it. Since y'all ain't gonna fire me, I'm about to quit before y'all fire me, okay? I'm gonna get the upper hand, okay? And I'm already stressed as hell. Like, if y'all wasn't planning on firing me, you know, it was just too much already. I done got betrayed by Shy. I done got played by Shy. Like, my heart, he basically broke my heart. And like, he want to act like he doesn't know me. He doesn't want to talk to me. Like, before all this, like how he wasn't up my okay. So, oh my gosh, okay. After that, my mindset was, I'm ready to go to home. As I'm walking home into my car, I don't even think I burst into my tears. I was just like, Mom, I'm tired of this job. This is what happened. You know, a part of me really wants to hold on. So my brother had a really toxic mentality when it came to working. The mentality was basically stay at a job as long as you can, no matter the situation. So that mentality, I was inspired by it. I was trying to live that mentality because, you know, I want to be like my brother at the time. So y'all, let me finish this up. Let me finish it up, okay? So yeah, I'm like, Mom, I'm tired. Like, my brain feels like it's going to split. And it literally was. Like, I don't know if anybody else has experienced this, but if you have, you know, it's not a good feeling. Like, my mind was swirling, like, but for the most part, my brain just felt like it was going to split. Like, I was so torn on the advice of my brother because, you know, I wanted to be like him. I wanted to, you know, be a hardworking person like him at the time. You know, it was that, but my inner self was like, bro, they not treating you right. They basically disrespecting you. Like, they're not serving you nothing at this point. Like, all your friends, they're leaving, like, at your job or have left. Yeah, mind you, like, I wasn't even seeing, like, my friends at the time at my job. They basically left or they were about to leave. So I'm like, at this point, I got nobody. But I want to work hard, though. But at this point in my life, I was torn. So basically, for some reason, my mom done called my dad. It was late as hell. I don't know how my dad was up. I don't know how, but like, you know, he gave me some good advice. He basically told me, if any job is stressing you out to the point like where you feeling sick, just where you feel like you're at your last point with something, it's not worth it. If a job isn't making you happy, if it's stressing you out, no matter how much they pay, if you're just going through it at a job and it's taking a toll on your body, on your health, all that, it's time for you to quit that job. Your job is not worth your happiness. And to this day, I still have that mindset. Like, if I'm going to be at a job, no matter how much y'all paying me, like, I had this recently. I had a really good job, and they was paying, like, good money. But because of the circumstances of everything going on, I couldn't work there no longer. I couldn't risk that. So, that's that. Basically, if a job is not serving you, if anything in life is not serving you, just get rid of it. But for this story, for this example, a job, if it's not serving you, just quit it. Because if something happens to you, like if you die, if you had to be hospitalized, you name it, they're just going to replace you with somebody else. And, you know, although that's up, it happens. I made that mindset after speaking with my dad, and I'm thankful that my dad was there, that real advice, because I really was trying to stay there. But no, after I made up the decision to no longer be at that job, my mind like was just clear. My head was no longer spinning. My body was like, I no longer felt sick. My head like didn't feel like it was about to split anymore. Like, it felt fine. I felt balanced. Yeah, after I made up that mindset of I'm quitting this job, I felt better. So yeah, the next day I done caught up my job a few hours. Like, I wasn't going to do nothing ratchet, like call like an hour, 30 minutes before my shift started and be like, hey, I can't come in because I quit. I wanted to, because, you know, I can be petty, but I was like, nah. So I called, like, you know, in the morning, and I was like, hey, I don't know who's the manager for my shift is going to be. Let them know I'm not going to be there because I found another job. I found a different opportunity, and I decided to take it. So my manager, this was 5-0, mind you, her voice was like, really? Like, I think she did say, really? You can't work there? You can't work this day? I'm like, no, I found a different job. And she's like, all right, go, come later on the day, get your stuff, return your name tag, all that, do our deals and that, and how's that? But my whole thing is like, bruh, that response, so like, even though apparently I'm a thief, apparently I was in an inside scheme to help steal, y'all still want to keep me? Y'all wasn't going to fire me? Hell nah. Like, I just, for some reason, I felt so empowered quitting. I was just like, I don't need this. And it just felt so good. That was one of the first times where I recognized my worth. Like, when you recognize your worth and you just recognize that something is no longer serving you, the feeling of cutting that out of your life is so powerful. It really is. The fact that you try and make me work there, like, nah, because I felt like they was going to be on something iffy and been like, as I'm working, and then pull me to the side and be like, you're fired. Like, nah, let me have the upper hand. Okay, I'm quitting, babe, I'm quitting. So yeah, I done came in. One of my managers, I haven't seen his in a long time, but we're gonna call this guy Kevin. So Kevin was cool. I was like, hey Kevin, what's good? Yeah, I'm here to get my stuff. All right. He's like, okay. Like, Kevin, he left. He switched to another store, but for some reason on that day he was working there, I guess. Weird, but okay. So yeah, I returned my stuff and that. I see so as I walk in the store, Shy acting like he don't know me. Like, Shy is just being fake as hell. And I'm like, okay, be fake, okay. Like, if you want to snitch on me, at least be real about it. At least, you know, try talking to me. I still to this day feel offended because it's like, you acting like you didn't want to be seen by me. You acting like I would have run up on you the minute I saw you. Oh, brother. So yeah, he didn't say nothing to me, but like, I was ready to cuss him out. But anyways, I returned my stuff. I got my last paycheck or whatever. And they was just mad slow with it. But I'm like, whatever. It's nothing. And as I'm walking out the door, Shy gonna tell me, bye, Jazz. And like, I wasn't out the door yet. But like, as he was starting to say something, my mom immediately went out right next to me, but facing him. So I don't come up to him and cuss him out. Because my mom knows, like, although I'm a nice person, I got her anger, I got her Thank God she was there because I would have cussed him out. As soon as he said bye, Jazz, my mom was up right by me. I ain't even looked at him. Like, my eyes was just right in front of me. I was looking at the car. I'm like, bro, I'm ready to go home. And yeah, I never returned to that store, that location. I don't know who the hell is still working there. One thing about the job is the turnout rate there is high. Like, my favorite manager said it best. She said, like, this job is low-key, like, you working at Love and Hip Hop. Like, it's a new season, you got a new cast with new problems. It's a different storyline, okay? You know, just the turnout rate is high, and one thing I learned about that job is they'll hire anybody. But yeah, I never came back to that location because one thing about me I hate, and I'm trying to get rid of this nasty trait, is if you do me wrong, I will hold a grudge against you. I will hold a grudge against you, and it will be for years. So it's been about like 2-3 years since I worked at that job, and I haven't been at that location since. Nope. And you cannot make me, like, not even for $1 million, like maybe for $1 million. Anything other than $1 million, I will not be inside that job. Like, no. And 9 out of 10, like, the people I know I worked with probably don't work there no more. But yeah, that was that. So that was my tale. That was basically the time your girl got played, and how, well, yeah, I almost got fired. I don't know if they were going to fire me or not, but I felt like I was going to be fired. So yeah. And one lesson I learned from this was, don't mix work and pleasure. Do not. Work romances, they don't work out, because when they don't work out, it's awkward. And when they do, you can't really focus on your work. So yeah, babies, my little hoes, my little babies, keep work and pleasure separate, okay? But yeah, let me know. Like, let me know in the comments, like, if y'all ever got fired, if y'all was ever close to firing, or if you ever got played, you know. For my next video, like, maybe I'll talk about the recent time, like the most recent time I got played, or I could just talk about, you know, my experiences in my first job in general, or I could talk about the rumors at my first job, things people assume about me that aren't true. I don't know how to end this video because this is my first video, but I hope you liked it. If you did, you know, do me a favor, like, if you want to see more content, subscribe, all that good stuff. Bye.